her take is really interesting because look at this podcast here. Gen Z's disturbing shift towards communism and socialism. Look at that title. But can I start this by showing you something? Because check this out, guys. Okay, I want to show you a post by Jillian Michaels from earlier today. Now, this is a post that is aimed specifically at Los Angeles and Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass, but it's actually every American city. Okay, you go to West Virginia, you go to Kentucky, you go Oklahoma, Alabama. This is everywhere. The premise of this is Jillian Michaels just landed in LA for 24 hours. God, I miss this place. California governor, mayor of LA, killing it. But now here's the thing. They have a title here that says Gen Z's disturbing shift towards communism and socialism. But what we're about to watch is a video of what capitalism has done to us. And let's make no mistake about it. This is capitalism here. What's going on in California, in West Virginia, in Kentucky, in Chicago, in Wisconsin, in North Dakota, in South Dakota, right? Where there's homeless encampments everywhere. There are homeless people everywhere. They may flock to, Florida or California because of the warm weather and shit. But make no mistake about it, homelessness is on the rise nationwide in every market. Every single market has homelessness up. You go to small towns, there are homeless people. They're squatting, they're living in cars, they're living out in the woods. I know, I've been there. I have family there. This is a rampant problem. But the crazy thing is this is what capitalism has done to us. Okay, so watch this video.
All right, I'm in LA, picking up my kids from a family.
So she's like, yeah, I'm in LA, California, everybody. But it's not California, Jillian Michaels. It's capitalism. And I replied to her too. I said, this is everywhere in America, and it's going to get worse too, as long as privileged motherfuckers like you keep shilling for billionaires to kick people off healthcare and shift all the tax money to the 1%. You are a profoundly disappointing human, is what I told her. Okay, because she is now on a right-wing podcast for an anti-LGBTQ rich guy, PBD, being a propaganda arm. She is platforming white supremacists. I quote tweeted this too. Jillian's solution to the homeless problem is to platform white supremacists on a show funded by anti-LGBTQ freak Patrick Bet David while defending kicking the poor off Medicaid. And maybe she'll unveil a new fake Maga supplement so she can profit too. But again, though, guys, this is what capitalism has done. This is what capitalism does to people. Capitalism does this. And then today on her podcast is Gen Z's disturbing shift towards socialism and communism. But it's I wonder why. I wonder why Gen Z is, shifting towards socialism and communism. Could it be because they can see that capitalism caused this? Right? It's not Gavin Newsom. It's not the black mayor that you can't stand so much. It's capitalism. It's not just LA. We have this in Portland. We have this in Seattle. We have this in San Francisco. You have it in Chicago. You have it in New York. You have it in Milwaukee. You have it in Madison. You have it in, all over the state of West Virginia. You have it in the small towns in Kentucky and Oklahoma and Wisconsin and Iowa and Minnesota and North and South Dakota. It is everywhere because we literally live in a society where we don't have access to healthcare. We don't have access to livable wages. We don't. Housing is now through the roof. People that control housing have figured out that, you can affect the supply and it increases the amount of money they make. The CEO and the 1% profits are escalating. Dude, the billionaires like Bezos and Elon Musk in the last 5 years, they have like 10x'd their wealth. They've taken in $5 trillion in new wealth while we're ending up here in fucking tents. Okay. And like, she is like, oh, you know, terrible, terrible California. She's denying the fact that capitalism has caused this. And here we are now they're going to complain about Gen Z wanting to try a system that's not about putting us all into homelessness. So somebody like Jillian Michaels can sell her soul to a religious extremist freak billionaire or a wealthy guy like PBD. Okay, she can sell her soul to PBD and snort lines of Ozempic and like have no problem paying the bills, right? But the rest of the people are one accident, one bad thing happening from being in the tent. And she'll just judge you once you get in the tent. And then she'll let your Medicaid get taken away so she can have more money. Okay, more money. Now they're really upset at Gen Z.
Did a survey of Gen Z, and 28% of them had a favorable view of communism, not democratic socialism, straight communism.
Absolutely.
When we look at Mom Donnie, who voted for him wasn't blacks, wasn't Hispanics, it wasn't working class whites. It was
rich whites.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, but hold on. So now I want to look at. I'm going to put two different trains of thought forward to you guys, and then I want you to argue it out. But and we can look at his policies, by the way. So if it's like, no, I think his policies work, we can discuss that. What I'm simply going to say is they did it in New York in the 70s. There are direct parallels on policy, and it was a catastrophe. If the question is, why do you care? It isn't just about New York for me. It's about all of these blue cities that we're seeing fall to policies that are similar. And in addition, and you know, go ahead and tell me I'm fear-mongering, and I just might be, but does this kind of democratic socialism ultimately lead, whether it goes there or not in America, to Mao's China, to Nazi Germany? I mean,
dude, what an idiot. She's like, she thinks leftism leads to Nazi Germany. So, like, what a fucking idiot, bro. Like, goddamn, Jillian, get a fucking education, please. You're wealthy enough to know that every dictatorship is a right-wing government, okay? Just because they have socialism in the name doesn't mean it's actually socialism. I mean, I get it. You're reading the PBD talking points, but read a fucking book, bro. Like, dude, there's never been a communist society, ever. And socialism works all over the place outside of America. There'd probably be some successful socialist governments down in South America and Cuba if it wasn't for us rat fucking them. But this idea, though, especially when she literally just drove through and showed us how much she hates what capitalism has done. She's on this vibe about like, ooh, the horrors.
Nazi Germany co-opted this with the National Socialist Party. You know, Venezuela, Hugo Chavez did this, and you've got Nicolas Maduro. So does it become that? Does it lend itself to authoritarian socialism down the road? Okay, hold it. You can crush it, by all means. Here are the two narratives. Okay, so narrative one. These poor kids are...
See, here's what's hard is Anna is smart enough to know, like, she better come out of the gate swinging at these people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus, bro.
Franchised. They're buried in debt, right? The American dream has failed them. Capitalism has failed them. They can't afford kids. They're priced out of the housing market. Cost of living has inflated exponentially faster than wages. I mean, we were just talking about this with the crew here today, how a studio apartment that would have cost me $800 when I was this kid's age is now $5,000. So that's obviously obscene. Wealth inequality is obscene. There's more billionaires than ever in history. Corporate power is undoubtedly unchecked. And democracy feels fraudulent when you can buy policy. Case one. Okay, makes sense for kids to be disenfranchised, but here's the problem. Rich white people voted for this guy. So then case two is that the machinery of ideology is existing in these Ivy League schools.
Yes.
And I read this article. I want to read this to you guys.
Dude, they love to blame the Ivy League schools, and yet when they have kids, their kids always go to Ivy League schools. This is the other conundrum, right? Is they have this consistent battle with, oh my God, Ivy League schools are terrible. They're indoctrination. But if you look at a wealthy politician or a billionaire's kids, every one of their kids goes to a fucking Ivy League school. Everyone! Always, bro. And they themselves all went to Ivy League schools. It's like, what the fuck, bro?
It's just a part of it. The author's name is 𝗙𝗪𝗔𝗍𝗍. Okay, 2 paragraphs, so bear with me. Today, we don't have disciplines, we have studies. The curriculum itself serves as an indoctrination structure. Walk through any gender studies classroom and count the minutes before oppression becomes the central theme.
Well, no shit. I mean, hello. Oppression is hardwired into our 2-gender patriarchal society. All right, society's been around, Jillian, for 6,000 years, right? Give or take. Okay, when did women get the right to vote? Oh yeah, 100 years ago. When did women get the right to compete in sports? Oh yeah, 52 years ago, when I was already born. I was 3 years old. When did women get the right to not be trapped in a marriage simply by getting pregnant? Oh yeah, when I was 4 years old, 51 years ago. Okay, when did women get like equal pay? Oh, they still don't have that. When do women, when they get raped, the guy actually gets punished for it? Well, we're still waiting on that one too, right? We got a rapist in the White House. Let me see. Let's see, what else do we have? That is oppression, okay? That's oppression. There's an entire religion that tells women they're made from a rib of a man. They're not even an autonomous being. They're literally a body part that was like turned into fairy dust in a woman just so she could wash the guy's underwear, raise his brats, okay, and dutifully provide him sex. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if you're going to study gender in America, it is literally oppression. That's it. Like, we don't even need a gender marker. The only reason we have an M or an F is so the 2-class society can tell the people with the F on their paper that they're in the inferior class. Okay, they're in the too emotional, doesn't make good leaders, right? Not capable, definitely not the most qualified for the job, suited to motherhood and childbirth or caretaking, etc. All the messages that have been pumped into their heads through society. I mean, other than that, there's no reason to have a gender marker. We don't even need a gender marker. It shouldn't matter if you're an M or an F or an MF or an FM or something in between, unless it's oppression, okay? It's all about the oppression. So, of course, gender studies teach you about the oppression of our fucking 2-gendered, binary gender patriarchal society. I mean, that's not indoctrination. That's literally the reality. Come on, man. Like, hello?
How many lectures end with a condemnation of the patriarchy, white supremacy, or Western norms?
Thank you.
The readings are curated for grievance. The discussions are steered toward activism, and critical thinking is welcomed only if it critiques the approved targets. The same structure exists across ethnic studies, post-colonial studies, queer theory, and of course, African studies.
Oh yeah, so the same structure exists in every study group that represents an oppressed people. Like, yeah, I mean, no shit. No shit. And what, you ready for this, guys? Hold on, let me just show you. If we were to study the white people and white power, what would we be doing? Yeah, there we go. If we were studying the white power, white studies is this. Right? This guy who said he believes in autocracy, remember? Remember the guy who's like, yeah, I'm fine with the Second Amendment, but no, I can change all the others, but not the Democrats, but just us. Just me, because I like fascism, I like autocracy, but oh shit, I just got fired, oh boo-hoo, I had fully legal political beliefs. Dude, this is the group when you go take the white studies class, right? You watch this fucking clown, bro. This clown. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.